Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesdays with Harbinder Narula. We at BW Wellbeing World have been bringing to you various facets and aspects of holistic living. But today, we are extremely blessed to have with us a very special guest, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankarji of the Art of Living. Gurudev, it is a blessing for us at BW Wellbeing World to have you with us on our program. So, really appreciate your joining us. Gurudev, let me begin with the first question that a lot of our viewers have in our mind, that how did the art of living come about? What factors led you to bring to us the art of living?
Well, I was not too keen on starting any organization, but way back in 1981, when, that time the Supreme Court Chief Justice Bhagwati, and then Justice V.R. Krishnaya, they come from different spectra of faith. Justice V.R. Krishnaya was a pronounced atheist, and Justice Bhagwati was a deep believer. And so they both came to me and they said, Gurudev, you have to have an organization because for knowledge that you are giving, you need a framework. And so they said, they became our first trustees. And that's how the organization started. And then it just, by word of mouth, it was growing and growing. And today we are in 180 countries.
Right. So, Gurudev, you speak a lot about meditation and calmness. And is meditation the sole methodology to solve any problem that anyone has in their life?
See, problems germinate in the minds of people. Any war is also sprouted only in the mind of the people. It has not happened naturally. Natural calamity is a different thing. But confusion, chaos, conflicts, all the three C's they begin in the mind only. And you need three things: a context to life, commitment, and compassion. These three C's can counter the other three C's. And so meditation is a tool to get the broader vision about life. It invokes compassion within oneself and it brings commitment in yourself. Yeah.
Gurudev, we have all been blessed with life. But lately, what we are observing is that a lot of young people are taking their lives and are probably giving up their life. What do you think is happening? Where are we going wrong in our society?
You are right, Nirulaji. See, now every 40 seconds, one person is committing suicide. This is something that you cannot digest. अब देखिए 40 सेकेंड में एक आदमी आत्महत्या करता है
जी
तो it is so many people per day. I mean, we are living in a civilized world. This indicates there is something wrong. And what is wrong is we have not given attention to mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Until unless the mind is robust, it is strong, it cannot take challenges. And life is full of challenges.
Correct.
And so we have to prepare our youngsters to face the challenges. For that, they need to be taught how to handle the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, emotions are so subtle and they cannot be handled physically. All that you can do is listen to some lecture, talks, counseling, but that doesn't work. But what really works is seeing that common link between body and mind, that is the breath. learning the breathing exercises techniques helps one very much to combat the mental tensions. Yeah.
Right. Gurudev, since you're speaking about mind and everything, like you said, germinates in our mind, we all seem to have a tendency to be more concerned about what other people think of us, what the society thinks of us. And that overpowers what we really want to do and what we really believe about us. What is your point of view on this?
We need to see life from a bigger context. Then when you see what are people's opinion, they keep changing.
Mhm.
They change all the time. So why do you base your life on others' opinion, which changes anyway?
Mhm.
There is no guarantee that someone will keep thinking good about you all the time
Mhm.
or all your life. And there is no guarantee that someone keeps thinking bad about you also. So people's opinion change. You look at your own opinion, your own mind changes so very often. Your judgments change, your opinions change, your idea about people change, uh,
Mhm.
so quickly. And so, observing your own mind, you can imagine how others also are. Then,
Mhm.
then you will stop worrying. These are the principles in art of living. We tell them not to be football of others' opinion.
Right.
You know?
Gurudev, this brings me to a point. I was talking to someone today, and a thought came into our mind, and I felt that we are our own biggest enemy, because when we create bias in our mind, while we are creating a bias for other people, we also create a bias for ourselves, that what we can do, what we cannot do. Uh, how can we overcome this?
We think we know ourselves. First and foremost, we must acknowledge we don't know ourselves.
Right.
We don't know our state of mind. We don't know ourselves, that opens a lot of possibility for our growth.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah.
Uh, Gurudev, you travel a lot. You're always somewhere in the world, traveling to new places, connecting with so many people whom you probably never met before. Is there some development that we are seeing in our society? And I'm not talking of materialistic developments, but while this development is happening, if there is there also increased tranquility, or are we losing on that particular aspect across the globe?
42 years ago, when I started the Art of Living institution, we had to face many challenges. And hardly anyone would like to simply take yoga and meditation, because yoga and meditation are considered to be not for common people, it's for people out there, someone who has lost something, or for some sadhu maybe standing on one leg in the Allahabad Kumbh Mela. This was the idea in the world. But today, I tell you, 2.5 billion people around the globe are practicing yoga. Vegetarianism has become a fad. It was never a fashion before. So the world is changing and people recognize there is a need for meditation. If you see, there are many big apps which has come on meditation, and billions are spent on that. So, see, people have recognized the need for it on one side. On the other side, post pandemic, I see aggression and depression has increased many folds.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes.
uh, the people had to be inside or had to be with the same people, whatever reason that could be. It has taken a toll on the mental health of the population.
Mhm.
So now you can't feed Prozac to the or any mental health, medicine to the whole population. And even that stops working after a while. So
Mhm.
we need to recourse to the lifestyle changes. And that is where wellness is very, very important today for someone to function normally. Wellness earlier was a matter of, luxury. Luxurious people who could afford only could go to wellness programs. But today, wellness has become a basic necessity for living. That is where meditation, yoga, Ayurveda, proper diet, right food, all this matters. Right company, you know, the people who sit with those company, which which simply, fueling negativity, it's not going to work. You're sooner or going to feel so down and depressed. That's why today people are talking more about this and they're aware of it. Yeah.
Right. Gurudev, you believe in something called Vasudeva Kutumbakam, one world family. Uh, would you like to share your point of view as to why do you so strongly believe in this
See, we
concept?
have we have one sun, one earth, and
Yes.
we have one humanity. And we have to recognize we all belong to one human race. Today, our skin colors or our lifestyle or our food or language should not come in way.
Mhm.
Diversity is there to celebrate.
Right.
In your dining table, you just don't want to eat only khichdi or only bread. You see, you want to have many different dishes, at least a few vegetables, you like butter and this and that. I mean, the human nature is to love diversity.
Mhm.
God loves diversity. That's why God could create. The nature has provided us with so many fauna and flora.
Right.
And we will be very stupid if we don't recognize the diversity and honor it.
Right.
Honoring diversity is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is accepting everyone as part of your self, your own family.
Right.
There
Yes.
is no other way. There is no other way left. Otherwise, we will destroy human race.
Gurudev, you have explained this in such a beautiful manner, talking about diversity to bring the concept of oneness as acceptance. Gurudev, you just spoke about in a few minutes ago about how people are so lonely, and during the pandemic also they were spending time with each other, but yet there were mental issues that came about.
Yes.
Uh, the current generation is relying so much on social media, especially the kids. They're so active interacting with the world on social media, but when you put them in front of each other in person, they're not able to strike a conversation, they're not able to contextualize the in-person meeting. I'm talking about the next generation, the kids. What do you think we must do to inspire them to interact with other human souls?
No, we have to encourage children to physically play with other kids and participate in cultural activities, dance, drama, music, and all this. See, virtual world or social media, you cannot go back. We need it, but we have to limit it. You can't overuse anything. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Ati Sarvatra Varjayat. Too much to be shunned in every aspect. Don't do anything too much. If we do too much of social media, we go nuts. Kids go crazy. Oh, after that, they don't behave normal. They don't appear very normal. They don't behave normally. That is where we all have to make sure technology is judiciously used and not misused by young people. Yeah. We can't blame the technology. We can't blame social media. It is necessary and it has done a lot of good also. At the same time, it need to be used judiciously. वो विवेक की आवश्यकता है. How much to use, what to use. And that comes with engaging people in real time, not just in the virtual field.
Gurudev, we have also been using social media. It has been extensively used by spiritual masters now. How important and what is the role of social media vanity in the spiritual world?
See, media is made to communicate. You communicate wisdom also through media. You communicate, you spread awareness. You see, when you have to spread awareness about using less plastic or no plastic, social media is a very good way to communicate with the masses. And similarly, many things, social media can help people to solve their problems. Some people have health issues and the crowdfunding happens through social media. And there are many benefits. And also, you get to know the news almost immediately through social media.
Gurudev, a lot of business leaders of today are struggling to strike a balance between the demands for the corporate sustenance versus the work practices or the new style of working of the younger generation. And sometimes we feel that there is a breakdown. How does the elder generation, which is managing the corporates, adjust and imbibe the new style of working of the young kids?
Yeah, the problem between the generations are nothing new. It has been in existence from long time. What is needed here is that wisdom to how much freedom to be given, how much we need to listen to others, and how much we need to make others hear us. That balance we have to do. Sometimes we can't say that as business leaders we know it all. A business leader should always have an open mind. If a business leader is closed in his, in his approach, thinking, then it's no good at all. It cannot flourish. Business cannot flourish. So young people have many entrepreneurship and ideas. They may have many new ideas, innovative ideas. They need to be looked into rather than just brushing aside because it's all nonsense. So a middle path is what I would recommend for both the younger generation also. They cannot insist only their way they want to do. Yeah, keep up your enthusiasm, but also take inputs from the elders and address their concerns. You see, they have concerns starting something new, something that is not traditional. So it can throw them off the track. At the same time, for elders also, I would say, have an open ear for younger and let them be heard, listen to them, hear them, and give an opportunity for freedom and opportunity for them to play around.
Gurudev, the new generation of today seems to have less of patience, or that's what we feel. I'm observing a lot of anxiety and sadness in their life. They seem to give up too fast. Is there a point of view that you have or something that you've observed?
That's why we have seminars for them. We have courses for them. The Art of Living course is designed for this. We have a special course as TLEX, Transformation in Leadership, is a course that we have. mm, It's popular throughout the world. All the corporates are doing it for their employees. Many corporations are doing it. This will definitely address these issues and help people tremendously. Of course, meditation, of course, is a part of it. Breathing exercise is part of it. Along with that, it gives many other tips for an individual to manage the challenges that one faces in life, and come out victorious.
Right, right.
So these programs are being offered throughout the world, many places. In America alone, the universities, about 107 universities have our programs in their campuses. Yeah.
But actually, this brings me to my next question, that how can we integrate life skills into the curriculum to create a generation of young
New
people?
education policy has already done it. The new education policy has inculcated all that skills and values, and all this has come out. And we need to think more ways how we can do it. And we should keep with that question and have everyone have this question: how can we integrate more of this wisdom or this knowledge to handle our own emotions, our mindset? And in short, I would say a violence-free society, a disease-free body, confusion-free mind, inhibition-free intellect, trauma-free memory, and a happy life, happy soul is a birthright of every individual. And education and profession are supposed to bring these things to the people. And if it is not, we should rethink about it, where we are going wrong.
You are addressing the World Economic Forum again this year after several years. How do you think the world order and the politics has changed from back then to now? What has been India's role in it?
This time I see India's presence has increased quite a bit. And people are looking towards India now as a better destination for investment and for collaboration and cooperation. And yeah, now we are not just like before asking for money from different companies. Now we are saying we have technology, our people have come up with many, disruptive ideas that can help the world of technology. So India is playing a very, very significant role, and the world is started to recognize that.
Gurudev, thank you so much for your time.